It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Wednesday, March 6, 2019. It is 7 a.m.
It is a beautiful morning. I don't know why. It's still cold. It was like 13 degrees when I left the house, but it was a beautiful morning.
It is. Very pretty. You can look out the front window and see the sun shining out there. And it's going to be a good day.
I'm ready for it. Bring it on.
Bring it
I'm
on.
in one of them good moods today.
Warm it up.
Yesterday I woke up and it was like droggy, like I've been dreaming and not asleep. Yeah. But last night, I slept good. And this morning I feel good, and it's going to be a beautiful day.
It sure is.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm sorry.
Not much more. We have to pay royalties on it.
That's right. He's probably going to bounce me off Facebook.
After 31 seconds, we got to pay for it.
Bounce me off Facebook.
Anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome down on the corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis. And so, hey, we're doing good. Hope you're doing the same. Hump day, right?
Hump day!
Yay! Great day for camels.
Mike. You know what day it is, Mike?
Wednesday. The weekend is upon us. Tell you what, we've got some severe weather in the forecast coming up.
It's just rain. You're saying severe weather like we got snow and ice? And
no, the other way. Storms.
Yeah, it's going to be storms, but I can deal with that.
I can deal with that. Hey, I'm enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee. You can do the very same thing. As you heard Jacqueline say in the introduction, there's 3 locations to serve you Brewed Awakening Coffee. Balmer Boulevard, which at this point in the morning will be getting busy within the next hour. We have 62 East Plaza, and then we have Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby. So any of the 3 places you choose, you get the best coffee in town. Brewed
Or you
Awakening
can always
coffee.
come by here, watch the show, grab you the high-strength version of the coffee, and...
I use the same...
Yeah, that's what you say, but no.
Call him. Call him. He says, this is what, I double-checked because, hey, the guy saying my coffee's so strong. How much you use? I told him how much. That's what we use here. So I'm following his same recipe.
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
I'll give you his phone number. Check him out. Brewed Awakening Coffee. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Mike and his staff do a great job. Check out the varieties of coffees, mochas, lattes, you name it, espressos, they've got it. Brewed Awakening Coffee, appreciate their sponsorship of Down on the Corner for so many years. Very thankful to have them on the program. And the morning prayer is brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes across the state and right here in Mountain Home. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. Across the state of Arkansas, 29 Roller Funeral Homes to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. And then right here in Mountain Home on Highway 5 North. Very professional, caring, loving, and very knowledgeable, whether it's an emergency situation or, the passing of a loved one after a long illness, either way, they can step in and help you with every detail and things that I didn't even know about, But anyway, that's what they're there for. Call, talk to Charlotte, Bruce, Chris, Brad. They're there to help. Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect, across the state of Arkansas and right here in Mountain Home. Roller Funeral Homes brings you the morning prayer. So let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, in Proverbs 12, 6-7, it says, "The words of the wicked lie in wait for blood, but the mouth of the upright delivers them. The wicked are overthrown and are no more, but the house of the righteous will stand." Lord, in my opinion, there's nothing more wicked than the taking the life of a child, whether the child is still in the womb or newborn. It doesn't matter. Then the senseless loss of life with gun violence. Some blame the gun. I blame the godless society we live in. My prayer today, Lord, is we have to, as Christians, show that God's love is real and that choosing Christ is a better option. I pray you give us wisdom, and that's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring us the morning prayer each and every day. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, right?
And now, the weather.
Yay! Brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team at Century 21 Lemac Real Estate. For all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793. RetireToArkansas.net. Time for the morning live cam.
This is my favorite part. I love having this cam.
I could just sit here and relax by the White River, even though it's 15 degrees out there. Beautiful shot.
Beautiful shot this morning. You can see Cotter there, and then kind of overlooking the mountain homes back off in the distance. And
mountain home would be in the upper right-hand horizon. Yep.
Yeah. The horizon you see on the left side is Missouri line, and this is just a beautiful shot. I'm anxious to see as the summer kicks in, and you get those cool morning where the fog's going to be rolling on the water, and it's just going to look cool. But time change is going to set a little darker for a little bit, but
we'll handle it.
It's pretty cool. I mean, you can see from the live cam, this is a beautiful morning.
It is.
I don't care how you look at it.
Very
This
clear
is
look
a
at that
beautiful
all
morning.
the way up into Missouri and over around Bull Shoals, Cotter, Gassville, Mountain Home. The live shot brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zadora, Century 21 Lemac Real Estate, for all your real estate needs. Give them a call at 870-405-0793. They can help you in Arkansas and Missouri. So check them out online at retiredtoarkansas.net. Right now,
And you can go to I do want to say, because you can go to their webpage at any time and see the cam. It's going 24 hours a day, so it's just cool to see.
It is. It really is. Temperature-wise, right now, Mountain Home, we're at 15 degrees. Harrison's at 17, 21 already in Hardy, 16 in Mountain View, 15 in Yellville, 16 in Marshall, 15 at California. This is kind of like yesterday, isn't it? 14 in St. Louis, 19 at Poplar Bluff. Branson checks in at 14, 11 in West Plains, and -9 in Watford City, North Dakota. So we're not that far off from North Dakota temperatures right now.
No, they can have -9 degrees. There's a big difference.
It's cold. I get grumpy when it gets cold, you know.
You get grumpy anyways.
Grumpy old man. Took Pepper out yesterday for a walk. Man, that wind was brutal. Anyway.
There you go whining again. And the radar map.
And the radar map. Here's the national radar. Once again, brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zadora at Century 21 Lemac Real Estate. The western part of the country bringing in some pretty good showers. California getting some great showers right now. Nevada, Arizona. Stretch a little bit into New Mexico. We're really having to stretch it to get across that state line. Utah, Colorado, Wyoming getting a little bit up in Montana, Idaho, and places like that. Midwest is not too bad. It looks like the Dakotas are in pretty good shape. Western Nebraska getting a little bit. Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Tennessee, Kentucky, the Southeast, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia in pretty good shape right now. So we'll hit that Little Rock stop and check the local scene. State of Arkansas looks like it's in pretty good shape. All your highways are clear, 62, 412 east and west. Highway 65 north-south Little Rock to Branson. Batesville, Poplar Bluff on 67, 167 highways from Little Rock. Looks like this. Take two. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. Interstates 30, 40, 40, 30, 40, 49, 55, and 555. I have this memorized. I can't talk today.
Have you had enough coffee?
No, that's the problem. I still got a half a cup left from the first round. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, and 555 in Arkansas look like they're in pretty good shape at this time. Going to the St. Louis, Missouri stop, we'll check that for you. I-70 coming in from Columbia to St. Louis, then east towards Vandalia and Effingham in good shape. I-44, Rolla to St. Louis, looks good. Interstate 55 coming in from Sikeston, Cape Girardeau to St. Louis. Interstate 64 east from East St. Louis, Illinois to Mount Vernon in pretty good shape.
I'm going to sum it up for you guys. Missouri looks in good shape. How's that?
Yeah, but it takes more time to do this. I got to get. I'm watching the clock. Interstate 44, Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield looks good there. Kansas City, I-70 to Columbia, pretty good shape there. Forecast map, there's still that freeze advisory. Let's see, freeze warning for Texas, southern Arkansas, southeast Oklahoma, Louisiana, most of Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and Florida.
Are you telling me that they're colder than we are?
Well, let's look at Florida and see what they do. I'll bring that up real quick.
I'm just curious why they would be under freeze warning and we wouldn't.
Freeze warning early this morning. This is Jacksonville, Florida. They're going to be anywhere from 31, 32, 30 degrees.
See, that's weird because we're 16.
Yeah. Gainesville, Florida, 34. Jacksonville, 36. It's pretty cold down there. It gets, so that's what it's saying. And then the lighter blue up here, winter weather advisory here with a winter storm warning in South Dakota and northern Nebraska.
They figure it's going to happen up there.
Yeah, so Forecast, I'm going to refresh this, make sure we're barking up the right tree here this morning. There it goes. For today, high of 42 with bright sunshiny skies. Tonight, low of 28. Tomorrow, Thursday, mostly sunny, slight chance of showers with a high of 48 degrees. And Thursday night, 30 to 60% chance of showers overnight, a low of 39. And then Friday, a high of 58 degrees with 30% chance of showers. Friday night, low of 48. We go from a 30% chance to a 50% chance on Friday night. Low of 48. Then Saturday, high of 65 with a 90% chance of thunder showers. And Saturday night, clear, low of 38. Sunday, clear, high of 56. I'm looking forward to the weekend. Right?
There you go.
Drought monitor in Arkansas, Missouri is good. We've had a lot of rain. We'll click that real quick so you can see it. iDrive Arkansas showing all the highways in Arkansas to be clear. They're finally getting some of the little blue X's taken off the map.
Maybe they heard you complain about it yesterday.
They haven't updated for a month.
And they're going around trying to get it updated real quick. I'm sure that's the case.
I'm sure the water has receded, but nevertheless, it's what's on the map. Traveler information from iDrive Arkansas, and then, of course, Missouri Department of Transportation. Looks like everything is clear in the two-state area.
That's the first time in a while that the whole state's been clear.
Yeah, it really is. And so maybe that's an indication of spring is just around the corner.
Every time you say that, we get snow. So
I better stop saying it.
Oh, no.
Oh, the weather's brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zadora for all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793. And check out the website. Very user-friendly. RetireToArkansas.net.
Yep.
Check them out. And, Marion County, Baxter County, Stone County, Izard County, up in Missouri, they can help you sell and buy. So give them a call or check out the website. Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team, great friends, and you'll be very impressed. Community calendar brought to you by
Old Time Restaurant on the Square, Mountain Home.
Best lunch, best breakfast in town, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11 a.m.
Breakfast this morning, we are having hamburger, steak, and eggs.
Ooh.
Comes with hash browns, biscuit, and gravy.
Good, yes.
$6.88. You can't beat it. It's a great deal. Great deal. For lunch, we've got a choice between ham and beans or liver and onions today. Both come with two sides, roll of cornbread, $6.88. Go up there, give Amanda a hard time. Tell him Dale sent you and Dale told you to give her a hard time. So find Amanda in there and just give her a hard time.
Give her a hard time.
She needs it today.
Trivia $1 Sliders Nights, March 15th, starting at 6 o'clock. Gather your friends and put on your thinking hats. Join us Friday, March 15th at 6 for a fun-filled night of trivia and $1 sliders at the Printed Press Cafe, sponsored by the Calico Rock Heritage Museum. For more information, 870-297-6100. Entry fees, team of four, $20, individual $7. $1 sliders will be served with beans and coleslaw. Boy, it sounds like a lot of fun. And so it takes place in Calico Rock. Can't beat that. Printing Press Cafe. Real quick, the 2019 ASU Mountain Home Truck Party fundraiser is Thursday, March 7th, which is tomorrow. Tickets are $60. It lasts from 6 to 8 p.m. at the McClure Convention Center at the Shed. For tickets, theshed.com or 870-508-6105. 2000 Dodge Dakota four-wheel drive truck that's all decked out for camping and kayaking and canoeing is ready to go. You could win that. Truck donated by Yelcott. Paint and customizations by Pirate Nations Customs.
Yeah, this is just a fun evening and a fun event. The food is amazing, and they're giving out so many prizes, and it's just about going out and having a good time and having some fun, supporting their good cause. So get out there, try it out.
All right, coming up, we've got Mayor Hillrey Adams in a pre-recorded discussion. Had something come up, and so he came in on Friday of last week about 9 o'clock, and we sat down and recorded. So the next section will be pre-recorded, so stick around. More with the mayor right after this.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
And we're back, and we're visiting today with our Mayor, Hillrey Adams, Mayor of Mountain Home, in all of 2 months now?
All of 2 months. 60-some-odd days. Time flies.
Boy. So, running for re-election?
Yeah.
That's an inside joke.
Yeah.
So, how you been? Doing good?
Doing great.
Yeah.
Doing great. Enjoying every day right now.
That's good. That's good. So what's going on in City Mountain Home?
Man, Dale, there's a lot of things going on around here. A couple of things that I think are really going to benefit this, not only the City of Mountain Home, but Baxter County. And this Baxter Forward project, I'm sure y'all have heard something about that. It's basically a chamber initiative that is looking at the population decline and what we've been dealing with here, school enrollment and things like that going down, and that group is made up of a variety of people from a lot of different businesses and things like that around here, and they're getting real close to being ready to kick that off officially. They've been doing a lot of their work, focus groups. They got groups dealing with education, groups dealing with the drug problem. In the surveys that this Baxter Forward initiative, they had, I think, 600 or 700 some odd respondents, and one of the number one concerns that kept coming out of every phase of that survey was drug issue, and the way the drug problem affects other things in the county. So there's a lot of good things coming out of that program. One of them, like the focus group working on drug awareness issues and dealing with that. A group working on education, quality of life place. A great group is working on some stuff. A project to enhance the quality of life. Things related to walking trails. Improving the downtown area, and by downtown we're not talking just the area around the courthouse. There's a 2 or 3 block section down there that we'd like to see some life in, and this is one of the areas that group's working on real hard right there. Tourism, they're naturally always working on that, and then trying to get some more retirees in here. So I'm really excited to see the Baxter Forward project moving, and I think that's something we're going to see a lot of benefit from here in the future. It's not going to happen overnight, but you got to start somewhere.
The one thing you said, Mayor, was in the inset there, the drug issue. Let's look at that for a minute. When you look at the diverse population, we have young people. We don't have a lot of 25 to 45. We do have, but we're mainly a retirement community. Nothing wrong with that. But yet we have a serious drug issue with those that are of the working age. What I'm trying to say here? And that's causing some problems within the workforce in the county, not just Mountain Home, but in the county. First of all, I don't know, heaven forbid, nobody's perfect.
Right.
But why would you want that in your system?
Yeah.
Coke, meth, marijuana, I don't care.
I've listened to a few presentations that have been made at this Baxter Forward meeting. I've had people come by and visit with me from various groups and organizations around town, and most of the time when somebody does that, there's an underlying issue. Maybe it's something. Maybe I heard a story just yesterday about a boy that started smoking marijuana, I think in the 5th grade. That had been abused. The 5th grade, you're still pretty young.
Yeah, that's what.
So how old are you in the 5th grade? But he had been abused as a young, very, very young child, and at the 5th grade, he turned to marijuana to escape where he's at. So a lot of those, when people turn to those drugs, there's another problem there to making them do that. It's not always just, I want to do some drugs.
Yeah.
They're trying to escape another situation. And I think we got to learn more about those situations and try to address those in a manner that, we need to take away.
So then,
try to work
so now
to
we're looking
eliminate
at
that.
abuse, so that could be male or female, child or adult.
Yes, sir.
We got domestic violence is just as bad as abusiveness to a child.
In one of the forward meetings where the group on drugs was talking about some things they had learned, I believe the statistic I heard was that at Baxter Regional Medical Center, in the newborn childs up there, I think it was like 4 out of 10.
Yeah, 40%.
40% of the ladies that gave birth at Baxter Regional had some drug-related issue, in there. That's not a good number. And, when that is happening that frequent, that's a problem.
Even 0.5 of 1% is high, but you're looking 4 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I'm not saying that they were on drugs, but there had been a drug experience.
Yeah,
maybe is what I should say right there. But I did hear that mentioned at one of the forward meetings. So that's something that is a high number that needs to be dealt with, and that's a good indicator of how serious this problem is around here.
But then we get into the privacy of people's lives. It's nobody's business but my own. But yet it's hurting our communities.
Yes.
The sheriff will sit here, or the chief of police will sit here, and we'll talk about burglaries and theft. I can drive through any of these neighborhoods and I'll have the radio turned on and listening to a song or something. It don't even dawn on me to think, oh, I wonder if they have diamonds or rubies or emeralds in this house. I wonder if they got a big screen TV. I wonder if they got a new computer. I could care less. I don't want it. Let alone break in to go get it. But yet these people are so desperate to steal something to sell to get the money to get back on the drugs. And that's where the problems come in.
So through the Baxter Forward Initiative, you know, a lot of the things that were looked at in the surveys that were done, employers have talked to us, and I've had conversations with several different companies around town that tell me when they do pre-employment drug screening, how many people they go through before they can find somebody that clears that. And, you know, when you're needing help, at some point in time, do you go ahead and hire that person that can't pass the drug test? You don't want to. You certainly don't want to do that, but, you know, that's just how bad this situation is. And so I think you're going to see an awful lot of work, you know, here locally in the community to try to address that problem. I know that, you know, the police office, you mentioned that the chief and the Baxter County Sheriff's Office, you know, with the drug task force and all those people, they got their hands full.
They got
a lot of job security, no doubt about it. But, you know, there's
and even Arkansas State Police.
Yes, and there's some stuff that's going on to try to change that, but it's going to be a
the
major
problem is
task.
there's not enough money to fund what really needs to be done.
Right.
You know, I mean, you could put $50 million in to a budget for Arkansas State combined with the counties and the city, and still you could hire 300, 400, 500 more people, and you're still going to have an issue. You know, we got to get in to the root of the issues. You know.
And so I'm glad to see this, that one of the legs of the Baxter Forward is really trying to address that issue right there.
Have they talked about the type of drugs? Is it meth, cocaine? What is it?
Well,
what are they doing?
You know, I from the conversations I've heard, I would say meth. You know, I've heard a lot about that. You know, this opioid situation, you know, has gotten, and the bad one thing I've learned just within the last few days about the opioid situation is if you have somebody who is really, really in need of something because they've had they're in the hospital, they've had a surgery, they're ready to go home, but they're going to need some pain meds. They even have a problem getting it prescription-wise because of what people have done wrong with it there.
And so you've got First Step at BRMC. You know, Jamie Leach comes into this program talking about First Step, which helps people with the issue deal with it. But then you have, well, I don't want people to find out I'm in the hospital because I got a drug problem. Well, it's confidential.
Yeah.
And it's not plastered all over the news that Dale's in the hospital because he's got a drug issue. No, they don't do that. It's confidential. So you do have that option. But they're limited to how many people they can put in at one time.
Right.
You know, it's not like they got room for 300 people. But, you know, Mayor, it's just, I don't know. It's terrible.
Yeah. And you know, it's going to be a constant struggle. It's not anything that we're going to be able to eliminate in 30 days or 30 years probably, you know. But we need to constantly be aware of there is an issue, and we need to be working on it.
Okay, what about faith-based churches? What can we do in the churches? What can we do in the community? You know, Dennis Dunnerdale was here. Have you seen this outdoor skills program put on by Arkansas Game and Fish? People can go in and earn merit badges there. There's some more good programs here.
Yeah, there's a lot of programs out there. You know, of course, the faith-based programs that I'm familiar with are dealing with the rehab, trying to get
you got Care Center and John 3:16 and stuff like that.
And those folks do a great job. And we've actually, I've had a contact by one of those groups that would like to come in and do some work in City Park. You know, they'd like to maybe look at adopting a park and come in and do some maintenance, some cleanup, some painting. They've offered to help in any way they can. One of those organizations have. And those organizations are trying to get people off of that drug, get them away from that, change their life.
Yeah.
But we still got to get back to the beginning where it started at, and eliminate, you know, the need for those organizations at some point in time. Those organizations that I'm familiar with, the faith-based ones, you know, they're doing an outstanding job of those rehab programs right there. I've seen some very good results come out of them, and, you know, the support for those organizations and this community is tremendous right here. So hopefully we can keep those doing the work they're doing for us around here.
Just, you know, sometimes you're like stuck in the mud on this stuff, and which way do you go? Because it's hurting the employment situations, it's hurting the industry part. You know, you can't go into the hospital and say, well, I want to work on construction issues or go out to Baxter Lab when you're working at a pharmaceutical company and be strung out on drugs. So, I mean, there's some expensive equipment, there's some expensive situations out there that you can really mess things up.
We just, like I said, it's going to be a constant struggle, and one that we can't lose sight of, and we got to get real involved in trying to deal with it at a very early age, I think, you know.
Scooter, we ready to take that break? Yeah. All right, we need to take a break more with the mayor right after this.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
We need. And we are back visiting with our mayor, Hillrey Adams, and you know, we had a lengthy discussion on the drug issue, but you know, the overall, we've got a great city, and we've got a great community. You know, Baxter County, you've got Gassville and Cotter and Norfolk and Calico Rock. We had Calico Rock up here a couple of weeks ago about the museum. There's a lot of nice, great history, but we can move forward and look forward to a good future. But what's it going to take in Mountain Home in the next 25 years to have a nice, steady growth, but not become a Detroit or a Memphis? You know what I'm trying to say? I know we'll never be that big.
No, and we certainly don't want to get that big either. We just need to have a steady
and maybe not
growth.
Even as big as Paragould. You know, Paragold's pretty good size now.
I'd like to see us, you know, you stay in a 1-2% growth, something like that, you know, that is probably a good area where we can maintain from the city side the infrastructure needs that we would have to support that. But a growth rate like that is just going to be a steady flow of folks that, you know, are going to be keeping the community alive and helping keep it vibrant around here. And we just got to we need to establish, you know, ourselves as this is what we want to do. We're going to go after retirees real hard. That's what built this place and made it what it is that retirement. And we got to keep doing that, you know. But we got to pick out which retirees we want to bring here too. You know, we need to focus our efforts on retirees that can come in here and help the community, not those that are going to come in here and need something from us. We won't focus on finding folks.
Well, and you go out to the hospital, they volunteer, perhaps at the library, and even in the schools, and that would be a good encouraging factor. You know, retired school teachers, retired engineers, factory workers, whatever it may be. You know,
the chamber just attended, or is going to attend here in a few weeks, I think, a trade show in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And the reason I asked them, where did Minneapolis come in?
Because it's so cold in the winter.
Well, in the age of people, I believe that age group that they looked at is 45 to 55, with an income level of over $100,000, I think is what he said. The percent of population they have there is one of the highest in the country. And so that is a good area where, you know, you've got a lot of potential retirees, but they also got an income level that we'd like to see, and maybe get some of those folks coming our way, because they're going to bring some good stuff to the community, we feel like.
And, you know, with that being said, with the retirees that are already here, we value your education and your knowledge and your experience.
Yes, sir.
And I think that's very vital to the young people.
No doubt about it. There's so much knowledge in the area of people who, you know, they've been educators, they've been involved in school systems, they've been CEOs or financial officers of you know, some Fortune 500 companies. There's a lot of knowledge out there, and I think we can use those folks to help us, you know, in trying to bring more like them, but then also in their knowledge to help us locally make this community better right here.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much. Wow. Future Mountain Home. I know you've been in office whole 2 months.
Yeah.
You got that little crystal ball. What do you see in the next year, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Well, you know,
let's look west of town. You know, you got the new Harps, you got King Dermatology.
You do.
New parks.
Yeah, you do. You got McCabe Park out there that's sitting there.
Dealerships are all rebuilt.
You've also got the Game and Fish has bought a piece of property.
That's right.
There.
You told me that last time. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And I do not know the time frame for the Game and Fish when they're going to look at building their facility out there and relocating that, but they have had some conversation with me about what their needs are going to be when they get out there, and so we're already looking at what we can do to get the services we need to that location out there. But I see that 62 West area, you know, maybe out as far as Highway 126, you know, somewhere in that area around the ASU Technical Center up to Plumley Tire, somewhere maybe along in the 126 area. Is being prime for some commercial development out that way for us, you know, because that's going to help us feed and serve people that are west of here over in the Gasville, Cotter, Flippin, Yellville areas, you know, and make it real close for those folks to come in. And, you know, with the King Dermatology just built their new clinic out that way, so that's a prime direction, and I think one that you know, Big Creek out there.
I forgot about Big Creek.
There's just so much out there that.
And then what's Steve Loft's manufacturing out there?
American Stitchco out there, or Stitchco. So there's a lot of opportunity out that direction, and we've already sat down and with some of the department head meetings and looked at what services we have out that way, and what it would take to enhance some of those services. And you know, I know the Game and Fish is one of the ones that's already made a move. That's coming. It's going to happen, but I do not know the exact amount of time.
Downtown Mountain Home next to Kent Chevrolet's the old Arkansas Highway Department headquarters. They've moved out on 5 South, and is that county property right there? Isn't there a county split? I think
there is a little bit of that. That's not. I think that property is actually owned by the state, but I believe there's a little slither of property there that is never been inside the city. I believe it's county property,
so, you know,
in a little area right
Kent
there.
Chevrolet that has simply gorgeous dealership right there. But then you have that area right there where the highway department on up to the vacant old Burger King. What's going to happen there?
You know, guessing is at some point in time it'll be a commercial something going in there. What could be there? You know, I don't know what the state's planning on, if anything, with that piece of property right there. You know, if they have some restraints on what they can do or not do with it, I'm not sure. But I know on the opposite side of the highway right there, the old Stropes Motorsports, that building has recently sold, and the guy's already done some demolition to it, has started some work on it, and my understanding is his plans are to eventually take that building down and put in some sort of little shopping spot right there as well, which would give us something new. Right there would be between the back 40 and what is that, Nolan Supply Company, right there in those Stropes building. And that piece of property you're talking about where the old highway department was, that'd be prime piece of property for something right there.
Well, it sure would.
We need to get
somebody
that
was
used.
doing some the old downtown medical doctor's office down by the old post office.
I saw someone doing some work there the other day.
Passed by there yesterday.
I'm not aware of what's going on there, but I saw some trucks backed up, and it looked like they were either moving stuff out or tearing stuff, doing some demo in there.
Real estate sign there. I don't know if somebody's
I'm not sure
what's
what's going on there with that. We have a meeting coming up here in the very near future with the USDA and Rural Development about looking at the old Bank of America building there, the old Worthing Bank, what I still call it the Worthing Bank building.
I remember what was First State building on.
But you know, that's a very nice building, very big
really
building.
Nice.
Got a lot of parking around it, and there's some interest in trying to come up with some uses for that building that would be like for people, a service-related building. You know, maybe a place where you could go take care of some things you need to take care of in that downtown area there. That maybe we could look at that building right there. And the USDA and Rural Development, we've got a meeting scheduled with them to talk about potential uses, but also potential funding to try to come up with something in that building.
Then right across the street's the old First Baptist Church building. I know that auditorium is there.
Yeah, and
why couldn't that be used as
I think
an auditorium?
The old auditorium there, I believe, is fixing to come down.
Well, we've heard that for several years. So I don't know.
Have, and
I know the cornerstone's been poured.
I think the county judge has either got that out to bid right now or something, but my understanding is the auditorium part of that building is in such bad shape that repairs on it wouldn't be feasible. Now the back half, the concrete block
back
is still
half was built in 1973.
Yeah, that's still a good building.
But that front half, the sanctuary area in that basement, was 1952.
And so I think his plans are, you know, if he can get that building down, you know, that might end up being some parking down there or something for that area there. But like you said, that's been talked about for a while. And it hasn't happened yet. So, but from what I've seen, it probably does need to come down.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad shape.
Spent many hours in that building. I want to tell you what.
Beautiful old building.
It is. Back in the old TV 43 days, we couldn't get a ground wire when we were doing TV down at First Baptist Church. If you're facing north, you know, the main entrance to the sanctuary, over to the right-hand side, if you dig down, there's a 4-foot metal bar that I drove in the ground with a sledgehammer and literally grounded my special effects generator because we couldn't get ground in that building for TV.
I want to go get that out if they start tearing it down.
I don't know if anybody pulled it out, but 4-foot ground bar I put out there. But, wow, my goodness. We want to go ahead and take a break?
You bet.
All right, more with the mayor right after this. When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
And we're continuing our discussion with Hillrey Adams, Mayor of Mountain Home, and so we're talking some downtown improvements. And what about Highway 5 North? Just is kind of weedy and junky.
It is, and you know, I talked the other day. Had to give the State of the City address last week, or week before, and you know, now that we've got a full-time code enforcement officer, and I've actually had numerous conversations with that person and with the police chief about what I want to see coming out of there. And you know, there's some things that we can probably do and some codes we can enforce to try to get people to clean that up, but I think we have to start with making sure our stuff is clean and leading by example. And you know, the city's got some places, you know, if we lead by example and we improve all of our facilities and make ours look nice, you know, I refer to that as pride and ownership.
Well, you know what comes to mind, Mayor, years ago I was coming in from Tennessee, and I come through Kennett and Paragould.
Yeah.
Well, you know where 412 comes into Boot Hill, Missouri, right there. You got that BP down there, right there at the state line. You come across St. Francis. Yeah. You know, the St. Francis River. There used to be an old 64 Ford truck with a tree coming out of the windshield. So you know it's been sitting there for 30, 40 years. You know, and you had all of that stuff on the right-hand side as you're coming in.
Yeah.
You know,
I know what you're talking about.
They've cleaned it up.
Right there on the, it's cleaned up. And, you know, I want to...
But, you know, for people coming into Arkansas for the first time on Highway 412,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you passed the St. Francis River there, all you see was that old, I believe it was that AG's, is what the name of it was, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And he had more scrap out there than you could, but it is gone now. It's been cleaned up.
Head stuff.
And we have to, you know, the city needs to lead that initiative. And I think if we prove to folks we're serious about cleanup, we're serious about making the place look good, maybe some other folks will follow suit, you know. And there's some codes that we can enforce, some things we can require people to do. We just got to get people to want to do it on their own. And there's some things that an idea's been tossed around, you know, whether it be Highway 5 or 62 east or west coming into town, to make it more appealing to people. Make it when they hit that city limit sign that says Mountain Home, you know, something there that gets their attention.
Exactly.
And so, hey, looky here. you know, and there's some ideas being tossed around right now, you know, in the downtown area, that, you know, would make it look better. And if we can make it look better, then maybe people will want to, hey, what's going on here? Maybe they want to stop and visit a little bit. And but we have to do that ourselves, I think.
Upcoming programs, I think we have, what, Music on the Square, we've got Red, White, and Blue coming up, and
you got 3 big bass tournaments coming in this year. You know, the Chamber and Ron Pierce did a great job of, or Rick Pierce, excuse me. Rick and the Chamber did a great job of getting those tournaments that are coming in here this summer. You got Red, White, and Blue. The Friday night block party's fixing to kick off. You know, Ron's already released his lineup for that.
Good.
One of the Baxter Ford initiatives is related to Friday night block party and some events they'd like to tie into Friday night down there and make it a little bit busier place.
I love the downtown square. Tomorrow morning I'm moving down here to this restaurant.
We've got, we've been approached about hosting, I think it's 3 or 4 softball tournaments that we hadn't had in the past this summer. So, you know, those are things we've got coming.
Mammoth Springs that we're hosting for Mammoth?
Salem.
Yeah.
In fact, I think it's early in May. We will be hosting here in Mountain Home the Class 2A state baseball and softball tournament. So each one of those, baseball and softball, will bring 16 teams, and those 16 teams will bring a lot of yellow buses. Will be around town for a few days. And they're going to be utilizing on day 1 a softball field at Keller, a baseball field at Cooper Park, along with a high school complex. And then the other days after day 1, it's all at the high school.
16 teams?
16 teams. There'll be a total of 32. 16 baseball, 16 softball. Hosted in conjunction, the city is with the Salem schools. And
so
that's going to be
probably 12 to 1,500 people coming in
for that, and just get used to being behind a yellow bus somewhere in town that way those few days, because they're coming. You know, that's a great event for us here. It's going to put some heads in the beds at the local hotels and some people at the tables in the restaurants.
That's what we want
and stuff, and we'd love to see that kind of stuff
going. In the meantime, there'll be a Walmart and Harps and
you know, we've already, I think hopefully next year there'll be another opportunity for another one of those state tournaments in baseball and softball coming forward to us right there.
Wow. What have we missed? What have we not talked about that you need to bring? We got about 3 or 4 minutes here before we finish out this segment.
Well, you know, we have the City of Mountain Home has recently started, and we're in the process now of getting up and running our own baseball program. City Mountain Home Parks and Recreation Baseball League is will be up and running here in a couple of weeks. We've been handling.
And what's it called? Mountain what?
City of Mountain Home Parks and Recreation League. Long title, but that's who's sponsoring it and putting this together. We've got our registrations complete. We're in the process of sorting our kids out, getting our teams lined up. Sponsors and stuff like that, and we should be kicking off that new league for those kids somewhere around the 8th of April, somewhere in that area there. About the end of the first week or start of the second week in April, we hope to be kicking this new league off here in Mountain Home for those kids.
What else? What have we overlooked? So we got baseball, then we have Baxter Forward, all kinds of things going on. And cleaning up downtown and just kind of a refurbish, you know.
You know, there's the cleanup downtown, a lot of that's going to involve just, you know, when you drive around here and you see some of the stuff on the outsides of the buildings, the mildew, things like that, you know, maybe we're looking to hopefully get something going to try to clean those buildings, pressure wash them, you know, get some greenery down there. I've been approached by a group of folks. You know, we got light poles all over the place down there.
Yeah.
Maybe put some boxes or some planters hanging from some of those poles. Maybe some sort of
it seems like we get so busy sometimes we're just in and out, and we take it all for granted.
And you've got Nature's Way is going through their change down there. They're going to be coming back. I think it is Clayton's Grill or something like that. Going to be open a couple of nights a week down there, my understanding is. So that's something that's going to be good for that downtown area right there.
All right, Mayor, thanks for being here.
Thanks for the opportunity. We'll see you next month.
Sounds good. Scooter? And we're back live on this Wednesday, March 6th. I want to thank the mayor for coming in last Friday and pre-recording that. Had a prior engagement, and so accommodated the mayor so we can get his report out for the month, and he'll be back in April. Good to have the mayor in. And anyway, real quick, I want to do some follow-up. I went to the Mountain Home Christian Academy spaghetti dinner the other night.
Yeah.
Simply fabulous. Those kids worked hard. They kept the tables clean. They kept the people coming in. They had a good crowd.
That's cool.
They had a good crowd. And the food was outstanding. I want to compliment the kids, the students at Mountain Home Christian Academy. Again, real quick, I've got the Mountain Home Christian Academy newsletter pulled up. Night with Your Night and Father-Daughter Ball. And I want to remind everybody, this is a big, big night. You've done this before, right?
Yep.
So Night with Your Night. Put this on your calendar. Friday, May 10th, 2019 is the Night with Your Night. That's the mother-son banquet. Am I correct on that? And then Father-Daughter Ball is Saturday, May 11th. The times and the increments will be announced later. But put this on your calendar. Friday, May 10th, Night with Your Night. Father-Daughter Ball, Saturday, May 11th. We're 2 months out, so plan ahead. It's going to be at the Shed. Tickets will start on sale on April 1st of 2019.
I think I mentioned this before. I went to the over the weekend. The high school had their play going on, Cinderella.
Yes.
That was one of the most amazing plays I have seen.
They do a good job. And they really do.
It's surprised to see that quality coming from a high school. I wouldn't have thought it would have been that good. It was just amazing. They played. Everybody had a perfect role. Everybody did their part. Didn't seem to be any mess ups. They added comedy to it.
Don't you love when something like that just comes together and it just looks so good?
And they worked so hard on that. It was just, I do want to give them credit because I did go see it, and I enjoyed every moment of it. They had it in 2 acts and intermission in between, and you're already ready for the second act to start up. And it was really cool. I just wanted to say that.
That's good. Muffins with Mom, Mountain Home Christian Academy, Thursday, April 11th from 7:30 to 8. Their science fair is Monday, March 11th at Mountain Home Christian Academy. And a lot of things going on there. Real quick, I want to recap the weather. Weather brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, for all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793. This map just popped up. This is the severe outlook. Now, this is west of us for now. If you notice, you'll see Little Rock and Harrison, but you see Muskogee, Ada, Oklahoma City, Gainesville and Paris, Texas, Wichita Falls, Texas. This is already coming in for Friday. This is Wednesday. So we've got Thursday and Friday severe outlook. And this will be moving east and northeast from Friday into Saturday. So we still have the potential of some stormy weather. Now, the light green is general thunderstorms. The darker green is marginal. But this is Arkansas and Missouri and Oklahoma and Kansas, so you never know what to expect. So just kind of a heads up. I'm not trying to scare everybody, but just be prepared. There's a severe storm chance for parts of Texas and Oklahoma already on Friday, the day after tomorrow. So be prepared.
But for right now,
there's the live cam.
This is where we're at.
Brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team, Century 21 Lemac Real Estate. The live cam looking over Cotter, Arkansas, the beautiful White River. The camera is actually in Marion County, and you're looking into Baxter County, Cotter, Arkansas, with Mountain Home to the upper right-hand part of your screen. The Missouri horizon would be to the upper left-hand part of the screen there.
And I'm watching the vehicle up in the top left-hand corner go across the screen.
Tell us about the upcoming nationals real quick.
Wrestling, we've got nationals coming up in beginning of April. The kids are training for it right now, and it'll be a tough tournament.
April 6th?
5th. It will go down on Friday and weigh in for the high school, and they'll wrestle on Saturday, and then the youth will wrestle on Sunday.
That's a big, big event. This is in Kansas City?
It is a big event, yes. Every state sends their top kids, and it's just a battle of the best.
And how many mats are going to be? How many mats?
They have about 20 mats going at one time. I mean, it's a huge arena. There'll be 30,000 people there.
Wow.
I had a picture, and I should have downloaded it so I put it on. But just of the coaches meeting filled the whole arena. It's amazing.
Coming up in April. Wow.
It'll be really cool.
Folks, want to drive up to Kansas City, be worth watching. Hey, coming up on Friday, we got Mike Stephen coming in from Stone County Sheriff's Office and also Pineville Volunteer Fire Department. A lot of things going on down there, kind of reaching out to the south, southwest, or southeast a little bit. So be sure to join us on Friday. With that, we're going to wrap it up. Anything else you got?
That's about it.
Thanks for the mayor for being here and doing the pre-record for us. We will see you all tomorrow. Have a happy day.